Oral mucous membrane is divided into masticatory mucosa, lining mucosa, and specialized mucosa. The areas covered by the masticatory mucosa, they are gingiva and hard palate. This hard palate, in the hard palate, the mucous membrane is tightly fixed to the underlying periosteum and therefore it is immovable. Here the epithelium is well keratinized. Lamina propria of the hard palate is thicker in anterior portion than the posterior part of the hard palate. And the dense collagenous connective tissue attaches the mucosa to the underlying periosteum. Now the zones of the hard palate, they are the gingival region, then palatine raphe, then anterolateral area, or which is also called as the fatty zone, and posterolateral area, that is the glandular zone. Now this gingival region is adjacent to the teeth. Then palatine raphe, it is also known as the median area and it extends from the incisive papilla towards the posterior part of the hard palate. Anterolateral area, it is a zone between the raphe and gingiva, and posterolateral zone, it is again the region between the raphe and the gingiva. So here you can see this is the incisive papilla, this is the mid palatine raphe, this is the gingival region, this is the anterolateral zone or fatty zone, and this is the posterolateral zone or the glandular zone. The submucous space of the hard palate is divided into irregular intercommunicating compartments of various sizes, and these are filled with adipose tissue in the anterior part and with the glands in the posterior part of the hard palate. So this is the adipose tissue in the anterolateral zone and this is the posterolateral zone which shows the presence of glandular tissue. Now coming to the histology of the hard palate, it is covered by thick ortho-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium and a lamina propria. It shows long papillae with the thick and dense connective tissue. Submucosa is dense collagenous connective tissue attached directly to the underlying periosteum and it contains fatty tissue in the anterolateral zone and minor salivary glands in the posterolateral zone. So this is the histology of the hard palate. Here you can see the ortho-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium and this is the glandular zone. Now this incisive papilla, it is formed by dense connective tissue and this incisive papilla, it contains oral parts of vestigial nasopalatine ducts lined by a simple or pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium which is rich in goblet cells, and these ducts, they become cystic in humans. Now this Jacobson organ, which is also called as the vomeronasal organ, it is a small ellipsoid structure lined by olfactory epithelium that extends from nose to the oral cavity. And in humans, this Jacobson's organ is apparent in 12th to 15th fetal week and then it undergoes involution. Now this palatine rugae, these are the ridges of mucous membrane extending laterally from the incisive papilla and in the anterior part of the raphe. It is made up of dense connective tissue layer with fine interwoven fibers, and it is these rugae, they are irregular and often asymmetric in humans.